Hi guys, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm going to do a quick video on discipline and how I discipline my children. I think that times are changing and there are more parents now who are willing to be their children's friends rather than doing the hard part of parenting. And sometimes disciplining your kids can be difficult for the parents because we don't want to inflict any pain on our children. We don't want to seem like we're the big bad guy, but at the same time, we want to be able to teach our children that there is a certain standard, there's a certain behavior and expectation that we require for our children. And if you go off of that expectation and that standard, that there will be a consequence. Because if you don't teach them while they're early at home how to be respectful, how to listen, then when they get older and they are more involved in the real world, whether it be school or whether they get older and have jobs, they have a hard time listening, and they will have a hard time answering and respecting authority. So I'm gonna do this quick video, and hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from and can actually learn something and use it in your house. Okay, let's get started. The first thing when it comes to children is that we have to keep in mind that they are different. No child is the same. Each child will learn at their own pace. Some things that will work for one child will not work for the next child. When we are disciplining our children, we have to be consistent. The more that they know that if they do this behavior and this behavior is unacceptable, that there's going to be the same exact consequence, they will remember that the next time. I remember when I was younger, my mom would beat me, spank me. And when she would spank me, she would say, "Oh, you got to remember this spanking." And I did remember it. So the next time I got ready to do that behavior that caused me to get spanked, I would remember it. So therefore, I would avoid doing that behavior because I ultimately wanted to avoid getting spanking. And that all ties into being consistent with the same exact consequence for the same exact behavior. And we also have to remember that when our children get older, we're going to have to try different techniques because what will work with them when they are younger is not going to work with them when they get older. And the most important tip I have is that when we're getting ready to discipline our children, we have to do it from a place of love. I do not recommend that you discipline your child when you are angry and upset and highly disappointed. When you are angry, you end up hurting your child ego, you end up hurting their pride, and sometimes you can actually physically hurt them because you are so full with rage. So it's better that when you are that angry, you will take a break, a breather, and gather your thoughts, gather what you want to say, and discipline them. I also recommend that when you get ready to discipline your child, that you are vocal and that you verbalize with them why they are being disciplined, and then bring it back with the expectations that you have set upon your child. Setting expectations is healthy, and I believe that you should set expectations on your children as young as possible. Because when they get out into the real world, there are going to be expectations set on them on a daily basis. Whether they go to school, there's a certain way the teachers are going to expect students to behave at school. Whether they're at church and they're in children's ministry, there's going to be expectations that set on people every day of our lives. Okay. What else? Okay, so the different types of discipline. Like I said, when I was younger, my mom spanked me, and I do think that spanking, people are getting away from spanking. However, in my home, we do still spank our children. And the way that we spank here in our house is we have a wooden spoon that we use, and we spank him on his hand. And for those who do not know, he's 5. And before I do spank him, I let him know that, hey, you didn't listen. You disobeyed mommy. Mommy is unhappy with you. So therefore, I'm going to use this spoon and I'm going to give you a lick on your hand. And he's fully aware of what's happening and why it is happening. I do not discipline him without explaining to him why I am doing it and what's about to occur. Because I want him to be fully understanding of why I'm doing what I'm doing, and he'll have a better understanding of mommy's expectations. All right. The second way that you can discipline your child is you can do timeout. You could use a bottle and shake it up and wait till that bottle fully dissolves, and that will be a calm down bottle. You can have a hot seat. You can simply sit them to the wall. Those are different techniques that we can do regarding timeout. And when you are are using timeout for your younger children, you want to do it 1 minute per their age. So, for an example, if your child is 4 years old, you want to send them to timeout for 4 minutes. Okay. The second thing that you can do when they're really young is counting down. All right, I'm gonna count to 3. By the time I get to 3, you should be over. 1, 2. I'm almost close to 3, Johnny. Mommy's serious. Come here. 3. And that works when children are really young. And you'll probably have to do that one over and over again. It's gonna be trial and error depending on you as well as your child. The last one I would say will work for older children would be an open dialogue. Just have a conversation, and you will get their point of view, and then they will have a better understanding of your point of view. I really do believe that children who are well disciplined turn into adults who are well disciplined, and that well disciplined adults succeed better than adults who are not well disciplined. That's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, like, share the video, comment, and until next time, bye bye.